What if I told you that everything you have ever felt, every decision you have ever made, every relationship you have ever been in, and every fear you have ever carried, all of it can be explained by just 10 psychological facts? Not opinions, not theories. Facts, backed by decades of research into how the human mind actually works. And the strange part is, once you hear them, you will not be able to unhear them. Because every single one of these facts is already playing out in your life right now. You just never had the words for it. Until now. Fact number 1. You don't actually fear failure. You fear judgment. Think about that for a second. When you imagine failing at something, the fear you feel is not about the failure itself. It is about who is watching. It is about the look on their faces, the things they will say, the way they will see you differently. Remove every other person from the equation, and failure suddenly becomes just a lesson. But add an audience, and it becomes terrifying. Your entire life you thought you were afraid of falling. You were actually afraid of falling in front of people, and that one misunderstanding has been quietly stopping you from trying things that could have changed your life. Fact number 2. You are addicted to your own sadness, and you do not even know it. This sounds wrong, but psychology explains it clearly. When you experience sadness repeatedly, your brain builds neural pathways around that emotion. Sadness becomes familiar, and to your brain familiar means safe. So even when happiness is available, even when good things happen, your mind finds a way to pull you back to what it knows. You overthink the good moments. You look for problems that do not exist. You convince yourself it will not last. Not because you are negative, but because your brain is literally addicted to the chemistry of sadness, the same way it gets addicted to anything it experiences repeatedly. The first step to breaking this cycle is simply knowing it exists. Now you know. Fact number 3. The way you talk to yourself was programmed by someone else. That voice in your head, the one that says, you are not good enough, you are not smart enough, you do not deserve this. That voice is not yours. It was installed in your mind by someone who said those words to you so many times that your brain adopted it as its own internal dialogue. Maybe it was a parent, maybe a teacher, maybe a partner, but somewhere along the way someone else's opinion of you became your opinion of yourself. And you have been living inside their judgment ever since, without ever questioning whether it was true. It was never true. Fact number 4. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe you deserve. This is why some people keep ending up in the same type of toxic relationship over and over. It is why some people sabotage opportunities right before they succeed. It is not bad luck. It is a subconscious belief system running in the background of your mind, like invisible software. If deep down you believe you are not worthy of love, your brain will filter out every person who tries to love you properly and focus on the ones who confirm your belief that you are not enough. You do not need to change your circumstances. You need to change what you believe you are allowed to have. Fact number 5. Your need to be liked is destroying your ability to be yourself. Every time you change your opinion to match the room, every time you laugh at something that is not funny, every time you say yes when your entire body is screaming no, you are not being kind. You are performing, and that performance comes at a cost. The cost is you. Piece by piece, you trade away your real personality for approval, and the worst part is the approval you get is not even for you. It is for the character you are playing, so even when people like you, it does not feel real, because deep down, you know they like a version of you that does not actually exist. And that loneliness, the loneliness of being surrounded by people who like someone you are pretending to be, is the worst loneliness there is. Fact number 6. You remember pain more vividly than happiness, and it is not your fault. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. Your brain is literally designed to hold on to negative experiences more tightly than positive ones. One insult can erase 100 compliments. One rejection can overshadow 100 acceptances. This is not a flaw in your character. It is a survival mechanism built into every human brain. Your ancestors survived because they remembered where the danger was, not where the flowers were. But in the modern world, this same mechanism means you carry every harsh word, every betrayal, every failure in high definition while the beautiful moments fade to blur. Knowing this does not erase the pain, but it explains why your mind keeps replaying the worst moments of your life on repeat. It is not because those moments define you. It is because your brain was built to never forget them. Fact number 7. The people who hurt you the most were usually the most hurt themselves. This does not excuse what they did. Nothing excuses abuse or manipulation or cruelty. But understanding this fact changes how you carry the weight of what happened to you. People who are whole do not break others. People who are loved do not destroy love. The person who made you feel small was drowning in their own smallness. The person who controlled you was terrified of their own chaos. Again, this does not make it okay. But it takes their actions off your shoulders and puts it back on theirs where it belongs. You were never the problem. You were just the closest person to someone who was falling apart. Fact number 8. You are not lazy. You are overwhelmed, and your brain has shut down to protect you. What the world calls laziness is often your nervous system hitting the emergency brake. When you experience prolonged distress, anxiety, emotional exhaustion, or burnout, your brain does not speed up to fix it. It slows down. It makes everything feel heavy. It removes your motivation, your focus, your energy. Not to punish you, to protect you. It is the same reason a computer freezes when too many programs are running. It is not broken, it is overloaded. So the next time you are lying in bed unable to move, unable to start, unable to care, do not call yourself lazy. Your brain is not failing you, it is begging you to rest. Fact number 9. You were never afraid of being alone. You were afraid of being alone with your own thoughts. Silence terrifies most people, not because the room is empty, but because when the noise stops, the thoughts start. And those thoughts, the ones you have been drowning out with music, with scrolling, with staying busy, with never sitting still, those thoughts carry truths you have been avoiding. Maybe it is grief you never processed. Maybe it is a decision you know you need to make. Maybe it is a version of yourself you've been running from. The fear of silence is really the fear of meeting yourself honestly. But here's the thing. The version of you waiting in that silence is not a monster. It is just the real you. Tired, honest, and ready to stop pretending. Fact number 10. You are much further along than you think you are. Right now, you are comparing yourself to someone else's chapter 20 while you are on your chapter 5. You are looking at their results and ignoring your own progress. You are measuring your behind the scenes against their highlight reel. But the fact that you are here, watching this, seeking understanding, trying to make sense of your own mind, that is not nothing, that is everything. Most people never stop long enough to ask why they feel the way they feel. You did. Most people never look for the patterns behind their pain. You are looking right now. And that quiet act of trying to understand yourself is the beginning of every single change you have ever wanted to make. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are just becoming aware. And awareness is always the first step. If any of these 10 facts made your chest tighten, or your eyes burn, or your mind go quiet for a second, then this video found you exactly when it was supposed to. Save it. Share it with someone who needs to hear it tonight. And stay here, because there is a lot more you need to know about the mind you are living inside.